You can spend 3 hours studying and still forget everything the next day. And the worst part is, it makes you feel like something is wrong with you. You start thinking, maybe I'm just bad at remembering things. But most of the time, that's not the problem. The problem is the way you study. Most people study in a way that feels productive, but doesn't actually force the brain to remember. They read the chapter again. They highlight the same lines again. They watch the same explanation again. And while doing it, everything feels familiar. So the brain says, yeah, I know this. But familiarity is not memory. That is the trap. Just because something looks familiar when it is in front of you, doesn't mean you can bring it back when you need it. This is why you can understand everything while studying, then go blank during the test. Because your brain was never trained to pull the information out. It was only trained to recognize it. There are two types of studying: passive studying and active studying. Passive studying is when the answer is always in front of you. Reading notes, watching videos, copying definitions, highlighting important lines. It feels easy, so people do more of it. But active studying is different. Active studying makes your brain work before it gets the answer. You close the book and ask, what do I remember? You explain the idea in simple words. You solve questions without looking. You make mistakes, then correct them. That uncomfortable moment where your brain struggles, that is where learning actually happens. Because memory gets stronger when you try to retrieve it, not when you keep staring at it. So here's a simple method. After learning something, stop, look away, write down everything you remember. Not perfectly, just whatever comes to mind. Then open your notes and check what you missed. Those missing parts are your real weak points. Not the whole chapter, not everything, just the parts your brain couldn't bring back. Then repeat those parts again. This saves time because you stop studying what already feels easy and start training what actually breaks. Another mistake is studying everything in one long session. Your brain does not remember well when all the work happens at once. It remembers better when you come back to the same idea again after some time. So review it later, then tomorrow, then a few days after that. Each time, test yourself before checking the answer. That is how you make the memory stick. So if you forget everything you study, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean your memory is weak. It usually means your study method is too passive. Stop asking, did I read this? Start asking, can I recall this without help? Because the goal is not to feel like you know it. The goal is to prove that your brain can find it when it matters. Don't just reread, recall. If this helped you study smarter, subscribe for more simple ways to improve your mind, focus, and confidence.